Hello, Slim here with again Cinnamon Desktop again. This is part 2. Now, what I do want to do, you might be thinking, well, what the hell has he moved that on up there for? Well, the reason why I've moved that on up there is and gotten rid of this panel down here is because I'm going to try and install Docky. Docky has not been available in Ubuntu since 1804, I believe. 1804? I think it was still available in 1804. It was when we moved on to 20.04, I think. Anyway, I might be wrong on that, but yeah, it hasn't been updated since 1604. But what does it matter? I want to see if I can get it going. I have got an install script that I found online. And yeah, it's in here. We'll just go into files now. I've left yesterday's apps up in here for the time being, and I've kind of moved them to the center. Just makes a bit of sense. I will eventually be transparenting, if there is such a word, this panel eventually as well. So yeah, we're gonna get on with it. Let's go into documents. I've also brought over a picture of mine, which I'm going to do now very quickly. I'm just going to cut that and I'm going to pop it on into backgrounds, and it uses share backgrounds, and we'll whack it in there. Got to go in as root, of course. A lot of controversy of whether you should be doing this because you could break your system. You won't break it unless you start deleting stuff that you're not meant to do. There. I just prefer things to be in their rightful place instead of it reading off of me home folder all the time. You know what I mean? Right, so that's in there. We should be able to change that on over now, and I may have to add that as well. So we'll go to other locations, we'll go to computer, we'll go, no, it's got to up this way, user, share, so I've got to come all the way down to the bottom. They've got it listed the other way around for some reason. A, B, there we are, backgrounds, just open up that. And all we got to do is just come on down to backgrounds. It's at the bottom here, and there's where that is. The background that I made up myself. There we are. Easy to do in GIMP. GIMP, fantastic. What an alternative to Photoshop. Use GIMP, that's what I say. Go back into documents. I have a script here. I've got loads of scripts. It's one thing I highly recommend you doing if you're coming over to Linux, is take notes. Now, I've been using Linux since 2009, end of 2009 into 2010, and still to this day I take notes because I can't remember. I can't remember stuff. So I always take notes. Always take notes on what I'm doing. Got to. You've got to be able to take, you know. So what we're going to do, well, we're going to make a directory in downloads called Docky. That's what we're going to do first. I want to see if this works. It should do. This is one way around it. It works in 20.04, and I don't see why it won't work in 22.04. Just want something different, something to spice this thing up a little bit, you know. So I thought, yeah, Docky is really, really good. Yes, I could install Plank, but everyone uses Plank, so why not use something that isn't even around in the repositories anymore of Ubuntu anyway. I don't know if you still get it on Arch. You probably can. Copy that. We'll open up a terminal. I think it's still the same sort of. No, it isn't. We'll zoom in a bit on there. Boing, 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 boing. That should do us. So you can see exactly what I'm doing. And the only problem with this, it's got to be done one at a time. We're going to change in the terminal. We're going to open it up in the terminal. So we're going to change directory into Docky. And then we're going to go to wget. Now, hopefully this has got wget already installed. I haven't got a clue. I doubt it. I don't know. Couldn't tell you. Let's have a look. Ooh, wget. Oh, no, it's fine. Wget is in there. Good. Okay, we do this one at a time. All the way along. All the way along to there. Into there. I know I'm doing this really slowly, and if you're a power user out there and you're watching this, like I said yesterday, you'll be going, why did you do it like this? Why did you do it? Why have you done it one at a time when you can just go like that? I don't want to go blah, 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 blah. I'm not a blah, 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 blah user, you know? Bloody power user. God's sake. I'm not one of these people that can get things done yesterday. I like to take my time on things. I can't remember the name of the blasted site. See, I've got a memory like I've got a memory like that, yeah, where I forget things and forget what I'm going to be saying next. That's the age I've reached now, where you just forget things really easily. What was I saying? Yeah, I do jigsaw puzzles. Yeah, that's it. There's a jigsaw puzzle. Jigsaw Planet, I believe it's called, if I remember rightly. I think I do. Now, all we do here is just, we can just do this. And it'll do it in the order that it should be in. This saves using GDebbie. Although GDebbie is good, we just got to put a password in. There will be an error that comes on up saying, blah, blah, blah. Yes, I do. Please. It'll continue anyway, and it's doing it. Fantastic. Yeah. I like Docky. What we'll have to do after we've installed Docky is, of course, restart. It says permission denied. Yeah, that's fine. Don't worry about that. All right, we'll keep this open for now. What we're going to do now is just download Docky. Don't worry about the permission denied. Trust me, it'll work. I had this in 20.04. Once you've rebooted in that, it says, yeah, all right, but I'll accept that anyway. I don't know if this command works, actually. Oh, there we are, up there, aren't we? There. Paste that in there. Yep, well, we'll go for it. Thank you very much. Say permission denied again at the end of this. But then when you reboot, I think it does anyway. I might be wrong. Yeah, permission denied. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about that. I just want to see if this works. It should do. Now what we do is just reboot. This is still in VirtualBox, by the way. Bing, it goes. Yeah, you won't hear that. The way that I'm recording at the moment, I'm actually waiting for some leads to come through the post. One of them came through the post for my mixer, which was the USB lead, but I don't really need that at the moment. So what I'm after is two balanced leads, which are guitar input leads, but with two bars around the top. 2 bars on the actual lead input itself, which means they're balanced, which means you get stereo sound, which is what I'm waiting on. And then I can go through this Focusrite and I can get rid of pulse effects because it's interrupting stuff in interrupting the actual onboard desktop audio channel. It interrupts on there for some reason when using OBS. When using pulse effects through OBS. Yeah, strange. It's a strange one. Don't quite get that. Anyway, let's see if it's in the menu. What we do, we're going to accessories, and there it is. There's Docky. Now, what we do need to install is gconf editor. Gconf editor will get rid of the Docky sign. Yeah, I'll show you what I mean. We'll just go on in here with sudo apt install gconf editor. Gconf hyphen editor. Okay, we'll just put that on in. I've always liked Docky. I've always liked it over Plank. Oh, gconf editor is not available, but it's referred to by another package. Really? Well, what I had to do was download gconf editor from Ubuntu Focal version, and it's installed and everything's okay. I've got LibreWolf down here already added. The only thing I've got to do is just come on into panel applets, and we should be able to get rid of the Windows list. Here we are. Configure it, or just remove it. We can remove it altogether, and it should be now gone, hopefully. There we are. We've uninstalled it. I'll keep it in. Now when I open up that, nothing comes up at the top, which is brilliant. That's just what I wanted. Just what I needed. Just what I wanted. Yay. The only other applet I've got to install, which is an extension. We go into extensions. We can then download. Just wait for it to refresh. It should come up. Transparent panels. Here we are. Blimmin' brilliant. I do like this. We download that. That's been downloaded. Go back to manage. Click on it. Highlight it. And then push the add button. And there we are. Panels are now transparent. How brilliant is that? I prefer that, indeed. Now, you can shorten these panels, I think, but they don't look right. I think it was on here, or was that Mate I was thinking about? I can't remember now. Because I think you can. I think you can shorten them. When I go to panel settings, no, maybe not. Anyway, this video was about Docky. So, just about got it set up now. Now, if you need to go into the settings, I will show you the settings of gconf editor. You come into administration, and it's the configuration editor, which is there. Come on into there, you go into desktop. No, you don't. You go into apps. You go into Docky 2. Go into Docky. Yeah, it's quite a long way on in. Come on down to items. And it's the Docky item that you highlight all together so it shows up in this window. And as you can see, show Docky item. If I click that and then come off of here, this comes back. I don't want it there. Now you might be thinking, well, am I going to have to do that every time that I need to get into settings of Docky anyway, if I need to change settings? Well, no, you won't. We'll go back into here and we'll just get rid of this. Go into Docky, go into items, Docky item, and show Docky item. Click that off, and once you close this, it's gone. Alright, so that's now gone, and that has been opened. To get into settings, what I do want to do is just have my files up and add that to here. Pin to dock. As you can see, I had to download it, put it on in here for now, and it works straight away. We can cut that and actually go into yeah, I'll keep it in documents for now. Keep it in here for now. Well, they are what you're going to need. So yeah, we're getting there with it. So stuff that you open. Now let me just show you how to get into settings. It's a control and right click. But what you have to do is make sure that you see the Libre Wolf name that's come on up. If you can hover just off of that, but still keep Libre Wolf or whatever item, you can do it on either end. I'll show you. Keep it highlighted like that without the name coming on up. Push control and right click, settings come up. Alright. So go into settings. And we can bring that up a bit. I don't have a lot of zoom in. I have 130%. I have it in tele-hiding and always have the 3D background on. I think it looks so much better. The only thing I would recommend doing, in fact I might try and find out how to do it, is to increase the tools here, yeah, that you see, yeah, the writing there, just increase the size of that. So it's rather small. There must be a way getting into the script and just increasing that slightly, and I will look into that anyway. But that is how you get Docky going here in Cinnamon 22.04. Oh God, bit of a nightmare with the gconf editor, because it's not added in there, and I don't know why it's not in there anymore. They seem to be taking an awful lot away now from us now, aren't they? Everything's beginning to get taken away. I mean, Docky's not even in there anymore, which I find really weird as to why it isn't. What I am going to do before I go, I'm just going to right click this menu. I'm just going to configure this menu. I don't really want the writing on there, so I'm just going to delete it and it should be gone. There we go. Excellent. Now, of course, I'm using the symbolic one instead of the one that they've got. They've got one with the new Ubuntu style type thing, and it's orange. It's quite nasty. Want to save even more room? I suppose I could get rid of all the themes and whatever they've got on here. The Yaru ones, I could get rid of all of them very easily. Just uninstall them, get rid of them, go into Synaptic and get rid of them. That's what I love about Linux, is the fact that you can make it your own. That's what I love about it. You can make it your own, no matter what, you know, especially a Cinnamon desktop. You can custom to your heart's content. But I prefer a Docky down there, down the bottom there. It just makes sense to me. Now, what I don't want is a shadow. I can see a shadow at the top there. Let me just go back on into preferences, and we go to extensions again. Because what we can do is we can configure these now. Configure it. I don't want a shadow. I want it fully transparent. If I went for semi-transparent, it would put even more of a shadow up. I'd rather have it fully transparent altogether. And it gives you a choice of which panels that you're using. There you go. Excellent. We can come off of there now, and it looks really good. I love the reflection that this does as well. Settings in there. You can add. Oh, we can't add docklets as well. Oh, no, that's a shame. It crashed. We just got to log out and come back in again. Oh, that was a bit of a... Yeah, must have been some... Just log out and then we'll come back in. Now, the good thing about the Cinnamon team as well is that they do use Slick Greeter. On here. And also they've got an XFCE environment as well, which I'm kind of pleased about, which we shall have a look at now. And of course, doesn't look like much to start with, but if you were going to put in your own theme, and of course I've got my XFCE theme, the one that I made from a template from Mark Greaves's theme. I just needed to do that to take it with me when I left Peppermint. Unfortunately, I've left Peppermint. Let me just go into settings. This is I can get the whisker menu. I'm sure that they have the whisker menu here. I'm going to go for smooth. I'm going to go for my icon theme, which is, of course, Sardi Ghost. We're going to be looking at this in another video, but this is just a quick glimpse of it. I'm hoping panel preferences. Items. We haven't got the whisker menu in on here. We haven't got the whisker menu. Isn't that weird? Well, that's easy enough to do. Just open up a terminal. Now, of course, also in saying that, we come down to the window manager. I can now use my window manager, hopefully. There is a weird line going on through there, but I think that's to do with effects and what have you, and compositing, so we can take a majority of the compositing off from in here. Weird, you got two operating systems on one. That was really good of them to do that. I don't know if they've done it in 2004. I don't think they did. We're going to manager tweaks. Come on over to compositor. Yeah, they got all this on. Don't mind that. But just enable the compositing. That's all you need to do, really. Just enable it. Now, obviously, I'll get rid of this bottom bar as well. I can get rid of it. We can just minus it. Panel 2, we can remove. Although I don't know if they've got. Of course, we got this now. And the great thing about this is that I'll be able to customize this as well and be able to do a separate video on that. Anyway, that is it from me. I hope you learnt something. What I will do is redo a background. Let's have a look at the background images whilst we're here, or shall I leave that to another? I'll leave that to another video. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. That is it from me. Bye for now.